You. What do you think you're doing, talking to my daughter like that as a woman?
Mr. Wilson, hello? What do you mean by calling me out for being a woman like that? And your daughter, are you talking about Kate? The one who happens to be my subordinate? Then perhaps this is about her being very late on her first day of work here?
That's right. And from what I've heard, you chewed her out over being just a little bit late for work. In front of everyone else in that department, watching her as she sat embarrassed in her office chair. Did you not know at the time that Kate is my daughter, of all people? I think everyone else in this company is very aware of the fact that she is my baby girl. And that means they all know better than to make such a scene with her over absolutely nothing.
And I myself was made aware of that before she came to work today. But her being your daughter and her coming into work on time on her first day are not related in any way.
What did you just say?
It doesn't bother me any that she was hired into this company because she happens to be the daughter of a senior director. What bothers me is that she thinks that because she was given a job in this company and that because her dad is in a high position, she can come to work 3 hours late.
Are you trying to screw around with me or something? Are you still in the office right now?
I am not making any attempts to screw around with you about this at this moment. If anything, I'm finding it pretty obvious that you're the one screwing around with me right now. And that's something you should be sorry about. So, what is it going to be then, Mr. Wilson? Are you going to continue with that behavior right in front of me? Or are you going to settle down now and let me handle my department and employees?
I asked if you are still in the building.
I am, and I am in my office currently finishing up some last-minute things. Would you like to come and see me for something?
I'm starting to think that the only way to settle all of this is by coming and talking to you face to face. I was already pretty upset with the way you've been talking to a senior director as a woman. But now, I can see that you don't take your job very seriously at all. I'm going to come and make sure you understand your position in this company very well after today. Actually, come to me. Come to my office right now. I'm not getting up to go to someone who works behind me in this company. Especially not when they're a woman.
And why should I be doing that? I happen to still be working, so I don't have the time to come all the way over there. Perhaps you can just continue texting me like you are right now?
I want you over here immediately. Now, let's go.
Fine then. I'll give you 5 minutes of my time, so you better make it quick. Do you have any idea what you just did to me?
I want to ask you the same thing. Do you have any idea what I've been talking about now? You have made a grave mistake by chewing my daughter out like that on her first day working for the company I've worked so long taking good care of.
You think it's acceptable to punch me when all I did was tell your daughter that she cannot be that late to work? No matter who it is or what they think, it is obvious to tell after that who the real problem here is.
Shut up, woman! Do you have any idea whose daughter Kate is? You are fired! I don't want you to ever come back to this office!
I know very well now that Kate is your daughter, and I've known that for a while. But are you sure you want to be telling me that I'm the one getting fired now? All I had done was do my job in telling her that she cannot be late to work again. It was a simple warning. You understand that as her boss, I have every right to warn her of things that are not acceptable within this company, right? It's going to be a tough road ahead of you if you go through with firing me, and far tougher than what you've already started.
You're acting pretty high on your horse there, for being a woman. I'm sure you were only made into a manager after doing some pretty scandalous things here, right? An idiot like you should never have been put into the positions as a manager. So something must have happened behind the scenes. Maybe the reason you're acting so out of line right now is because you're afraid of losing your position to Kate now?
Huh? I would stop it with all those comments right now, Mr. Wilson. I will only allow you to go so far with all those baseless comments about me, and this has been enough. And now, I'm a bit upset with what's happened here today. Not just a bit, but very upset, actually. If you're not going to come and apologize to me for all of that right now, I'll have to take this situation into my own hands.
Apologize to you? What kind of crap are you playing at here now? I would never and will never apologize to you for anything.
I was just punched by the senior director of this company. Are you going to tell me you're not sorry about having just punched someone in the work premises? There is such a thing as HR in this company, and they will most definitely not be lenient over you punching me.
They're not going to touch me. If anything, you should be the one apologizing to me so that I don't drag HR into this. And actually, as a way of getting that apologize from you, I'm going to have you fired from this company. I have every right to have you fired now. And then that way, we won't have to deal with anybody else getting involved. You made my daughter very sad. So take me firing you as my forgiveness for that.
I'm starting to feel as though you're the one who doesn't understand the position they're in here. But I guess there was no helping you, considering you've already assaulted me.
You're the one who was asking for it. You're the one who thought it was such a good idea to talk to my daughter like that on her first day in this company. Who gives a crap that she was 3 hours late? You are done for.
Well, then I'm going to let my father know about this.
You will? Go right ahead and tell him.
And if you really want me to be fired, we can make that happen for you. But before that happens, I just need to tell my father one thing.
Your dad has nothing to do with what goes on inside this company. I happen to be the senior director to this company, unlike whatever he could possibly be. It's disgusting to see a woman your age having to run back home to her daddy crying over something like this.
I told you everything I needed to say today. And now, as you've asked me, I'm going to leave this company and get out of your hair. I really hope, though, that after I'm gone, your daughter starts coming to work on time. Goodbye now, Mr. Wilson. Why are you calling me this early in the morning? I can see that you have something to talk about with me, but I'm not going to answer the phone.
Answer your phone.
Why should I? I just told you that I'm not going to. What's happened to you, Mr. Wilson? Did you not have enough yelling at me yesterday about how I'm fired and wanted to come back and say some more?
I had no idea about you yesterday. I never thought that your dad, of all people, would be this company's president.
Well, after getting a call from the company's president where he told you in less than a second that you'd be terminated, you finally came around to understanding the severity of what you did? Are you more aware now that you did something extremely unacceptable yesterday?
I understand now. I am so sorry about what I did and said to you yesterday. I totally understand now that was a fault on my end, and it'll never happen again. Would you please be able to forget about what happened between you and I and move on from this with peace? Please allow me to apologize to you from the bottom of my heart.
I can see you're only here apologizing to me out of fear, but...
What? What do you mean it's far too late for me?
It's far too late for you now. I'm telling you that although now you'd like to apologize for what you did, you took things way too far, and there is no going back from that. Anyway, all of that has nothing to do with me now, so go ahead and quit or something.
What? Are you kidding me? Hold on for just a minute. Please, don't make it seem like I'm actually going to be fired or something. I was just told by the company president to come and apologize to you for what happened yesterday. So that's why I'm doing that right now. Why are you not going to forgive me? I'm the senior director. I am apologizing to you like this, even though I'm leagues above you with the company's structure. So I think it's time you come around and listen to what I'm saying here.
Tell me, what kind of position do you really think you're in now to be talking to me like that? You are going to be fired soon, so I'm not sure what you mean by being the senior director there.
What?
But I do understand what you're trying to say to me right now. I see. You think that because you are above me in the company, I should just forgive you for all you've done? Well then, had my father never told you to apologize to me, you wouldn't be here texting me right now. I happen to have that all correct, right?
Wait, you have it wrong. That's not the only reason I'm here right now. I really do feel terrible for what happened with you and I yesterday. But I happen to be older than you by a bit. And since I'm older than you, shouldn't you be respecting my apology to you a bit more? I am apologizing to you. I am so sorry for getting upset with you yesterday over something I didn't completely understand at the time. There, I've gone and told you why I'm apologizing and everything. Now you should be forgiving me, right?
No way. Listen, you being upset with me yesterday wasn't your only mistake. Have you gone and erased the memory of you punching me yesterday as well?
That's a good point. I suppose that did happen as well then. I didn't happen to erase any of that from my memories though. But calling it a punch? Maybe you can just say that I accidentally hit you while talking with you. Do you really think you have to take things that far out of proportion? Saying that I punched you?
Excuse me? What kind of joke are you trying to pull on me now?
What?
You really think a joke like that is going to make me laugh at a time like this? Well, if that's what you want to think, then you are free to do so. But I've already gone and told my father about everything that happened yesterday, and we are planning to let the police know about this incident.
What? The police? Wait, don't you feel as though what we're talking about right now is going down a very wrong path? The police? What the hell do you think you're talking about? What are you trying to say that I did wrong? I think you're the one taking all this way too far. I have been the one working as a senior director for this company all along, and you're going to act like that towards me? What the hell is wrong with you? Do you think just because your dad is the company president, you can behave like that towards the senior director of all people?
So this is the real you?
What?
You are such an idiot that when someone warns your daughter of one thing, you break out in anger. You can't even express your feelings in a healthy way and instead resort to physical assault as a way of making it known you can't control yourself. It is common in this society that no matter what the situation, you are not to resort to something like violence. What you did to me yesterday was a blatant crime.
A crime? No way it was a crime. I was just doing that to protect my daughter. Any father would do something like that for their baby.
Not the good ones. Your stupid excuses are not going to get you anywhere anymore, Wilson, so stop trying to make what you did to me seem okay or justified. You are an assailant now for punching me over nothing more than your inability to be a good human being.
Wait a second, please. Let's just both calm down here. At the time, I didn't think things would get this out of hand the next day. I just wanted to teach you a lesson for what you did by giving you something to be afraid of.
To be afraid of? What was that? I've been telling you it's time for you to stop joking around about all this stuff now. The only person out of this whole situation who should be made afraid of anything is your daughter, right? She was already late for her orientation and also late to her interview on the day of that. Yet you went and said it was all right because she's your daughter. And then on her first day to work, she was 3 hours late. You're going to tell me that she shouldn't be afraid of the consequences of all that? And when she came into the office that late, the first words out of her mouth were, "I'm sorry," in this very casual tone. Who do you think really needs to be the one made afraid of something here?
I'm sure she should be talked to about all this as well. But my daughter had only just graduated from college.
No frickin' way you're saying that as an excuse now. Everyone else that has come into this company started out just after graduating college. Or just about. Just because she's your daughter doesn't mean she gets a pass to slack off all the time. And as her boss, I was only warning her that by being late again, there would be consequences she'd have to face. Yet you went and punched me over that.
I get it already. I feel bad about that.
And also, Wilson, had I been born a man, would you have ever done anything like this to me?
What? What are you trying to get at now?
I'm asking if, because I'm a woman, I'm weaker than you are? That had I been a man, you would have never tried punching me. Well, I'm going to go on a whim here and say you probably did only punch me because I'm a woman. And if that's the case, then my God.
You're wrong. You have it all wrong again. I just wanted to protect my daughter.
All I was doing is telling your daughter how to be a responsible adult in this world. You didn't have to protect her from a dang thing, Wilson. All you've been doing instead of protecting her is using your stupid little ideas and excuses to make it seem like you assaulting me was justified. Those excuses aren't working anymore. I can no longer sit by and let you and that little irresponsible daughter of yours continue working in my father's company.
Wait a second, please. Hannah! I will apologize to you, alright? I have been this whole time. I am sorry about the way both myself and my daughter behaved yesterday. Right. I'll get my daughter to come apologize to you as well. That should make you more than happy, right?
No, thank you.
What? What do you mean, no thank you?
Having your daughter, Kate, come and apologize to me is not going to do anything more for you. You and your daughter are going to be fired soon. And that will mean you two will never have to talk to me again. Now, I'm going.
What? Are you serious? I'm asking you to please, wait a second. Are you really going to be fired for this? I have been working for this company for 20 years now.
The longevity of you working for the company has nothing to do with you assaulting another employee. Also, you should be happy that all your previous incidents weren't exposed before today.
What? What previous incidents are you talking about?
You thought this whole time I never knew a thing about what's been going on with you?
Wait. No way.
I know all about the things you've been doing. Well, I'm sure you actually assaulting me has been the worst offense you've committed in the company now.
Why do you, of all people, know about these things? I was sure not a single soul knew about me. Does this mean the company president knows as well?
Well, who knows? That's not something I'm allowed to tell you anything about now, is it? But if you don't want anything to get any worse for yourself, then I'd suggest you quit it with all your BS excuses and come quietly. I was thinking that by the end of the week, your daughter would be the only one getting fired. But it's nice to see the company killing two birds with one stone now by getting rid of you. I wonder if you'll be able to find more work after leaving here.
No way. Firing me? That's not fair. I could see my daughter going, but me?
Also, you are going to have to go with the police in order for them to question you about all this.
Please, do not let them do that. Please.
I am so relieved that there was a camera that picked up the whole scene, where you can clearly be seen punching me before yelling at me some more.
But you're making me look like some kind of criminal.
You thought of yourself as someone else? Now that we're on this topic, there's something I forgot to mention. Actually, I was just appointed to a brand new position that had only just opened up.
What?
I was given your position as the new senior director of the company. It seems that the company was planning on having you fired for a while now, or at the very least, demoted.
Are you kidding me right now?
So because of that, you are no longer going to be coming back to this company anymore. Now, you and your daughter try your best finding new work after today. In the end, both Wilson and his daughter Kate were fired from the company. And after Wilson was escorted from the building, I came back into the office and went to my new office as the senior director, and began getting accustomed to my new position. As for Wilson, after being walked out of the building, he was taken away almost immediately by the police for questioning. He had tried to break free from them as they handcuffed him, but just before he was able to slip past one of the officers, the second officer hit him in the back with their baton, and he fell down to the ground hard. He would then spend the night in a jail cell before appearing in front of a judge the next day, in court, with my lawyer and I fighting him. And with both my father and I stating that he had assaulted me with the camera evidence, he was taken to court by us and sued for a decent amount of money. And it wasn't just money, though, but as punishment, Wilson would have to do community service for the next 6 months. This then led to his wife losing her love for both him and Kate, and soon after the court case, she left them. And of course, she was a housewife for Wilson, so in the divorce, she made sure to take half his money, before heading out of town, leaving him with his daughter. Wilson said he was doing everything in order to protect his daughter, but he seems to have done the opposite for her instead. They are both working really hard right now to find work, but with the debt they're in after paying me, I'm not sure things will work out so well for them. And from the rumors I've been getting about those two, I think that Wilson has started to get into gambling at night, which we all know will most likely never end well for the man and his daughter. But this is what those two deserve after all, so who really cares if they ever get back on their feet again?